Good, ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to be talking about something that is very important, something that's super important. We're going to be talking about 2020-25 vibes. What are they going to be? Okay? That's the question at hand. What are the vibes of this year going to be? Is it going to be a fun year? Is it going to be like a summer year? Are the parties going to get lit? Is the music going to get lit? I mean, 2025 still doesn't know what it wants to be because I think I'm going to just be real. I think that there's been a large like detachment from like pop culture, and I think that like a lot of people feel like that. Like there is not really a mainstream anymore. There's not really like there's no single place where everybody goes for information anymore. Everybody has their own avenues that they go to now, right? You're gonna have people who still watch cable TV. Okay, now I ought to find some statistics to support what I'm saying, but my point is, you have people who watch cable, you got people who watch TikTok, you got people who don't go on the internet at all. You got people who only like I go to school like pretty much I don't go online. I see like Instagram, like football highlights. I see some basketball celebrations, but that's about it that I'm seeing. I don't know what's going on with Hollywood. I don't even have the Wi-Fi connected to the Roku, so I don't even watch what's on TV. So like, there's a lot of people who are out of the loop, so to speak, of like culture, right? Or sports, right? It was easy for me to know what the hell was going on when I was at home because my little brother would have ESPN on the TV. So I'd be like, yeah, I would know what was going on in sports, but now it's like I don't play sports no more, so I really don't care. My favorite squad, the Arizona Cardinals and the Phoenix Suns, like okay, that's the end of the statement. There's not really some sort of reason for me to be getting all. Oh, you can see me, and you can see my reflection in the thing. You can see me recording me. That's pretty cool. But yeah, like you don't. Huh, interesting. You don't actually see like anything that's like actually real, like that people give a fuck about. Like, and if you don't want to be seeing politics, you're not going to. Like you get to pick what you want to see on the internet, and like the algorithm does know exactly how to make you be exactly doing whatever the algorithm wants you to be watching. Like it's gonna honestly feed you what you want the most. That's something you have to realize about the algorithms is like at the end of the day, these things are just they'll give you like random content, right? Because they have to test. They have to test to see where you're at all times, right? Because they know that like they just have to test. So even like let's say if there's one kind of thing on your like discover page, you'll still see other stuff. Okay, but at the end of the day, like whatever you want to see will dominate your discover page. That's just facts. So my point is like there's just not really a singular culture in any single part of like America and maybe the world for that matter. I mean, like I said, people used to all watch TV. They'd at least all kind of see the news. Now people watch everything different. Some people don't even know what the hell's going on at all. Um, and it's interesting. It just, I mean, I can't be the only one who feels like our days are just becoming more and more unraveled, right? I can't be the only one who feels like that, right? I can't be the only one who feels like literally like our structure just seems a little more unraveled because it's like it's like we have to deal with this whole coronavirus thing and like there was no connection with the generations before us, let alone with one another. But like how many people in Gen Z are like going to their grandparents and being like, "Yo, I'm struggling with all these problems. Like, I don't know how to file my taxes. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do that." Like, how many of us are actually like have those kind of relationships where we can actually go and say like, "I'm struggling and I need help." Like, let's just be so real about it. Like, I can't pretend like everything's cool, because it's not. And I know that what I see going on in the world is not right. And I know that there's like some sort of connection that we're missing. Seriously, I mean, like, we're struggling to connect with each other. We're struggling to connect, like, on all levels. And, like, I'm gonna tell you what I think is gonna end up. What I think, and you know what? I'm gonna tell you what would be cool if it happened. You know what? It doesn't even matter. Like, like a legit analysis. Like, I just want to talk about what would be cool. What would be cool if what would happen if people just started wearing old school watches again, where you got to look at the time and say, okay, what time is it? And you don't look at your smartphone to see what time it is. And you don't look at your smartphone to communicate. And you don't do this for everything. And this doesn't become your only motion that you do every day. Because I broke my phone today. And I, for the first time in my entire life, was like, I don't know how I'm going to tell the time. Like, it's not like my house, like I said back home. It's not like there's a cable box. It's not like there's a microwave. It's not like, there's clocks around me. It's not like I have a clock. Like, I don't have a clock. My phone was my clock. So I had to go, and I didn't know how to set my watch. And I had to ask somebody for help. Like, I had to say, I never learned how to do this. I'm gonna be real. And somebody helped me. And that's kind of what this whole video is about. Like, that entire thing is like, we need help. We need support. We need relationships. We need development. We need good times. We need bad times. But we need each other. You know what I mean? And I can tell you that it is 11 11:08. And if I look at my laptop, it is 11:08. And I can tell you that because I went and had somebody help me make my watch tell time. Because up until then, this watch was just something I thought looked cool that I saw in the mirror, that I saw on a display at the mall. Like, it did cost me some good money. I'm not gonna say that it's like just some BS watch. It's not. But I'm just gonna say, like, that's the key. It's just connecting with randoms again. Connecting with randoms, like connecting with our family and our grandparents. Like, let me be real, y'all. It's hard coming from a family that's big when you go to college, because everybody back home is like, their life keeps going super quick. And when you have a big family, like, there might be a gap and there's a void, but like, things don't slow down. Like, there's still lots of stuff going on, and like, that's pretty crazy, because for you it's like you were used to that, everybody doing everything, and you guys being able to feed off each other. But when your world becomes like all by yourself, like, that changes everything. That changes everything. And like, like, I think that this should be a discourse that we're like talking about actively, because like, maybe we can at least connect over the fact that we feel disconnected. Like, I always thought that people back in history, like, they were just real about how they felt. And that was cool. Like, what they did was cool. So I think we just got to be real. Like, that's the key to fixing all of like this generation's problems, is like, what if we're just real about it? Like, let's just be real. That's just what I think about when I'm just chilling in my room.